Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And today I come out of retirement to talk about Mortal Kombat getting revealed tomorrow morning. How epic. How epic. What a way for me to come back. They've all NetherRealm, they've been very cryptic, not saying much. So they've been posting these little. They've posted two videos, one of a clock, very cryptic, which I like. I don't like having everything spelled out because I like a lot of room for speculation. Speculation is pretty much something I live for, but not in a bad way. I don't like grasping at nothing, but I like having something to speculate on. And yeah. This is not up to interpretation. We are officially getting an announcement for the Mortal Kombat franchise. I'm not going to say that it's Mortal Kombat 12 because, we don't know that yet. This is happening tomorrow at 9 a.m., I think, for my time zone, EST. And I just want to talk about a couple things that I just think would be cool. The first thing being, I just hope that the base roster contains a lot of cool characters that, like, the thing is, I don't know if this will be controversial, but I really just am not a big DLC guy. The more time that has passed, the more I just do not like DLC. I feel like, hypothetically, if Mortal Kombat 11 didn't have any DLC, their next game probably would have already happened. And it probably would have already happened. It probably would have been over, and we probably would have been moving on to the next game. If there wasn't MK11 DLC, or if it was like a small amount of DLC. If it was like 4 characters, if it was like 4 or 5 characters, then boom, we're done, moving on to the next thing. No, we had to get like 1 million DLC characters, and then we had to get a story expansion, and then we had to get like 3 more characters after that. It's just like, and then they took a really long break. COVID also happened. And it's just like, I am not a big DLC guy. I just feel like it pushes these games so, like Mortal Kombat 11, that went on forever because of that. And I just wasn't. I like having a new game every 2 to 3 years. I don't like waiting here forever thinking, when's our next game coming out? They really should just do it the way they used to. But yeah, let me quickly touch on, what I want. It sounds like this is going to be like a complete reboot. I don't want it to be a complete reboot because they like kind of did that already with Mortal Kombat 9. I don't know every. Like, I pretty much played, like, none of the games up until Mortal Kombat 9. That was, like, the first Mortal Kombat game I ever played. So I didn't play any of the 3D games. But, from my perspective, there's a ton of characters that I've just never had the chance to play as yet. There's the whole 3D era that in the timeline we didn't actually get to this time around. Well, here's the problem. If we do a reboot again, does that mean we're just going back to Mortal Kombat 1? That's what Mortal Kombat 9 was. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, with Noob Saibot and Jax and Johnny Cage. Like Quan Chi. It's like, didn't we do that already? Like, that's not really what I want. Like, I want to meet the 3D era characters that I have very little, that I really don't know anything about. I don't really know anything about these characters because they haven't shown up in a game that I played. And I really would like that. Very simple. Have the base game be pretty much all of the most popular characters from Mortal Kombat. And then have the new characters be the cool new quote-unquote characters, being the 3D era characters. The characters we haven't seen in like over 15 years at this point. Characters that I've never got to experience because I wasn't playing Mortal Kombat at that time when those games were coming out. A lot of these characters are just complete news to me. I really don't know anything about them. Now, I don't think they're just going to start over because Mortal Kombat 9 was them starting over, pretty much, for, a new generation. So what I'm hoping is that it's sort of the characters that we got to meet in Mortal Kombat 9, X, and 11. But, maybe they just go in a new direction, like they bring these characters in from the 3D era. I think all of the classic characters should come back, because I feel like they're important, and they should probably be in every game. Some of them you don't have to do. I guess like Kano, even though I like Kano, but like characters like Kano, like he maybe doesn't have to be in the game. But there are some characters that I'd say do have to be in the game, like Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. I think those are characters that have to be here. There's characters like Noob Saibot. I think he should be in the game, but, he might not be. Characters like Goro, he should definitely be in the game. I think just every classic character should be in the game. Reptile, all of those, like Sonya, Jax. Like, I feel like if they were in the first 2 games, then they should be in like every game. And I think it should be the sort of the weirder, newer characters that should be a little more rarer. The ones that would maybe come as DLC because they're like new. They're not new, but they're like, it's cool that they're returning after so long. I have different expectations for a game like Injustice than I do for Mortal Kombat because I haven't played all the games. So yeah, I just want cool stuff. I want to be excited by what I see. I want the amount of characters to be cool. I don't want anything too weird. And if they're gonna bring in new characters, I want them to be cool and I don't want them to be weird. Because I feel like in MK11, I feel like the new characters were kind of not so good. Like, who do we have? The Collector. We had the Collector, Cetrion, and Chronica, and I think that might have been, and Garrus. Kind of mid. I didn't think they were that great. They could probably cut all those. And I know that a lot of people don't actually like the guest characters. I do. They've been doing guest characters for like the past 10 years, and they really quadruple down on guest characters in Mortal Kombat 11. What'd you have? You had Joker, Terminator, Spawn, Rambo, RoboCop. I mean, they really like quadruple down on the whole guest character thing. So I don't expect that to slow down at all. So yeah, I think they should keep putting in horror characters. They should put in every big horror character like ever until we're all done. Because there are still some that they haven't done. Like I haven't seen, like, don't kill me, but I haven't seen the Evil Dead Ash. Everyone wants Ash. I really don't have any personal connection to him, but that's a big character that they should obviously do. They didn't do Michael Myers, did they? That's so weird. Obviously put in Michael Myers. They should definitely do Kratos again. I feel like they should do that. Do Kratos again. And I think they should probably... Well, Freddy and Jason have never been in a game together, so they should probably do that as well. And I also actually like having... like some DC characters in this game. Because obviously I'm a DC character guy, so... Like, when Joker came in, I thought that was cool because it makes sense. He's one of the most messed up, violent DC characters, so it just made sense. But there are some other ones that I want, like Killer Croc. That was a big theory of mine, that he would be in the next game. That was for Mortal Kombat 11. I thought he was going to be in that game, but that didn't happen. But funny enough, Baraka got a Killer Croc costume. So that was weird. So you can play as Baraka wearing a Killer Croc costume. It's like, okay, so like I was almost on the right track. So yeah, there's going to be guest characters, of course. That's not going to get revealed tomorrow, but yeah. I just want cool characters. I want to see some cool gameplay. And for the story, I don't want the story experience to totally dominate the game. It's probably going to, but I don't really want it to. I really would like more of a focus on gameplay and not story, because the story is kind of a disposable experience. You play it, Like, or you just watch it on YouTube, like a lot of people are going to do. You just these cutscenes are going to get uploaded to YouTube, and so you can watch and experience the story for free on YouTube without even paying for it. I don't know if most people even think about that, but it's true. Like, you could still experience the story without playing the game. You could just watch the cutscenes on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, it's like, so maybe they shouldn't focus a large amount of the experience on that. Because, we're paying for the game, and like, if 70% of the game, if like 70% of the budget has been put into the story, and you can just watch that on YouTube for free when the game comes out, and it's like, I pay $70, because it's probably going to be $70, I pay $70 for a mostly story-dominated experience with the gameplay being an afterthought, and the overall player experience. So, yeah, that's just me. I want gameplay to dominate the experience. And if there's a cool story, cool. But modes, like good fun modes, that's very important. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, very exciting stuff, and we'll see what happens. All right, see you. We will be talking about this more. We'll see you next time for the reveal.